It may be a new year, but it is not necessarily a happy one for Chelsea. After what was already an incredibly difficult month in December, a certain Belgian striker has decided to stir the pot. And today, we just have to talk about it. Welcome back to The Verdict. Hello guys, how are you getting on? My name is Aaron Kelly and welcome back to another episode of the Premier League Verdict. This Premier League Verdict is going to take a slightly different format to what it has done previously so far this season. Today we're just talking about one story in particular, and obviously from the intro and from the title, and if you follow me on social media you would already know what this story is going to entail. Romelu Lukaku is starting to stir the pot at Chelsea FC after what was already a very difficult month in December, so many poor results, and really a month that saw us pretty much drop out of the title race. Heading into another difficult month now in January with the likes of Liverpool coming up next, Man City after that, Tottenham after that in the Carabao Cup, and then of course in the league as well. Let's talk about what's happened with Lukaku then, and it was something that really did kind of come out of the blue, and to give us the best kind of insight into exactly what happened, I am going to refer to Fabrizio Romano's tweets because he seems to have all the info, all the quotes. The first tweet reads, "Physically I am fine, but I'm not happy with the situation at Chelsea. Tuchel has chosen to play with another system. I won't give up. I'll be professional. I'm not happy with the situation, but I am professional and I can't give up now." Now I should point out that apparently this interview was done a couple of weeks ago. I think everything that happened last summer was not supposed to happen like this. How I left Inter, the way I left the club, how I communicated with Inter fans, this bothers me because it was not the right time. If it wasn't the right time, why'd you leave? That's the question I'd have to ask. If you wanted to stay at Inter so badly, why didn't you? And let's be honest, Inter weren't exactly looking like they were in the best shape last summer, were they? I mean, obviously they just won Serie A, but Antonio Conte was leaving, and that was obviously a massive deal for them, and I genuinely think because of that, Lukaku had definitely influenced his decision to jump ship, I think. Now it's the right time to share my feelings. I have always said that I have Inter in my heart. I know I will return to Inter. I really hope so. I'm in love with Italy. This is the right moment to talk and let people know what really happened. I really hope from the bottom of my heart to return to Inter, not at the end of my career, when I'm still at the top level, to win more together. I want to apologise to Inter fans. Timing of my words was wrong. What you did for me will remain forever. And look, admittedly, Inter did do a lot for Lukaku in his career. He was just coming off the back of a really horrible time at Manchester United. They really backed him from the start, and he produced, and he scored a shit ton of goals for Inter Milan, firing them to the league title. And, I'm sure he'll always have that in his heart. Why did you leave if you love the club that much? Obviously then Thomas Tuchel responded to the first few comments from Lukaku that were brought out. Let's be honest, I don't like it because it brings noise that we don't need. It's easy to take lines out of context, of course. I don't like it. It's noise we don't need, and it does not help. And that is the key thing. This is not helping Chelsea's case one bit. Chelsea are kind of in the shitter at the minute. I know we only lost one game throughout the month of December, but too many shitty draws. Added to was the draw against Brighton the other night, which I haven't talked about on the channel yet, because quite frankly I was trying to forget it as quick as possible. But the timing of this Lukaku shite coming out is just absolutely horrendous. It really is. So we have some more quotes from Lukaku here then. "I'm in a moment in which I believe the manager can make me play more, but I respect his choices. I just have to keep working and wait for my moment. I'm always thinking about Milano. Inter fans are the best in the world. I love the city. The best moments of my career were at Inter. I am in love with Italy. I have Inter in my heart." Brilliant. In summer 2020, now this is when he really starts pissing me off and talking shite, right? In summer 2020, I turned down an offer from Manchester City. It was a higher offer than the Chelsea one. I refused because I couldn't leave Inter after just 1 year. It's the club that saved my career when I was feeling bad at Manchester United. There are 3 teams at the top level: Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern. All the players dream of them. That's the truth. I thought I was going to one of those clubs after Inter. So basically saying, oh shit, I had to settle for Chelsea. This didn't happen, as I said. There is only one club where I can imagine myself. It's Chelsea. So, other than Barcelona, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, there's only one club I can imagine myself at, and it's Chelsea. Fuck off. Jesus Christ. Listen, there's so much more here. There's so much more. I'm not going to go into it all. He starts talking shit about Lautaro Martinez and how he wants to go back and play with him. This is my view on it. Alright, this is genuinely my view as a Chelsea fan, someone who loves the club. Don't get me wrong, I love Romelu Lukaku as well. His comments here have severely pissed me off. You know, the shitty comments is one thing, but the timing of it is just absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. And look, I know the interview was probably done a couple of weeks ago. He doesn't decide when the interview comes out. Just don't make those comments. Or, better again, if you're feeling that way about Inter, don't come to Chelsea in the first place. And the way that I would look at it as, you know, a Chelsea fan is, if Romelu Lukaku is not happy at the club, let him leave as soon as possible. You probably won't get the 90 million you paid for him back. You probably won't. And that's sad, to be honest with you. But if there is a player of that big a character and personality at the club that doesn't want to be there, get rid of him. And, you know, there's a similar situation going on with the contract of Andreas Christensen. He's kind of iffy on whether or not he wants to stay at Chelsea. If you're iffy about staying at Chelsea, bud, you go. You go and don't come back. Simple as. Best of luck, thanks for everything. But you can't have players at your club that do not want to be there. It's simple as that. It just doesn't work. Will Lukaku get dropped for the Liverpool game now? I don't know. Possibly. I mean, if I was Tuchel, I probably would. Especially if Werner and Havertz are back. Obviously, Werner is back in training. Honestly, if it was down to me, I'd sell Lukaku as soon as possible. I would get him out. Because those comments don't really seem to be taken out of context either. Because the full interview was released. And he spent the whole time just absolutely shiting on about how much he loves Inter Milan. And it still baffles me that he left Inter Milan despite loving them so much. No player is bigger than the club. I said it at the time when Eden Hazard was looking to leave. You don't want to be here. There's no point in you staying. It may be tough. You might enjoy watching them players play, but if they don't want to be there, don't have them. Anyway, those are my thoughts on it, lads. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers this year, lads. And I'm going to push myself even further to create loads of different types of content this year. And overall, just make better videos than I did last year. That is always going to be the goal. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any of that. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. As I said, leave your comments on Lukaku in the comments section down below. And I will catch you later. I've been trying to find a way to make it